During interviews with teachers, we realised that the experience starts before even booking the trip.
I use my harmonica and mascots to get the children's attentions. I hold the mascot up and blow me my harmonica to alert them to what's happening. They all know this means that we are moving on, once I've held it up.
In the interview clip that you have just seen, the teacher uses mascots in class to group the children. We intend on giving the school a set of mascots based around dolphins that the activity site also uses. This will mean that the children on the trip will feel more safe and less anxious, as the grouping mascots will be familiar to them. This embeds the trip in the curriculum for the kids, making the school more likely to rebook next year.
I booked the trip back in June, July time. It was about 8 or so months ago. Then I sent the forms out to the children themselves and the parents about 4 weeks before going out.
Using the mascots, the teachers will be able to group the children quickly and efficiently. This will reduce the chance of any accidents happening during transition times on the trip.
Transitions generally. So, an example, if you look at the trip on Monday, we went to the Hancock Museum. There was meant to be a Roman exhibition upstairs. I led all the children upstairs, single file, got them all organised downstairs. But when we got up there was only a couple of things there. It wasn't the full exhibition. The full exhibition was downstairs. I only realised this by looking over the balcony. But so I had to regroup them all together, do another head count, and take them all back downstairs again. I did this through the mascots and harmonica theory. But that was the most challenging element to the trip.
The PODs will be prepared before the children go on the visit. The PODs come in two parts. One section contains all the technology, whilst the other half acts as a souvenir which a child can take home with them at the end of the stay. Each POD will have a number attached to it, which can be used to identify the child in emergency situations. Each child is connected to a wireless network via the PODs. The master system knows how many children should be on site at any given time. When a child goes out of the site, he or she will lose wireless connection. The main server will recognise this connection has been lost. The system will then send a message to all instructors telling them that they need to do a head count to ensure that none of their children in their group have went missing. Due to the nature of taking a large group of children on a trip, there will be kids that misbehave. And as a safety net, the wireless system will kick into action as soon as a child wanders away from the main herd.
Well, I would mainly say it's from behavioural issues. I don't think I've had a kid that's generally just got lost. It's always kids trying to hide from you, or kids that just want to make trouble with their friends. So yeah, it's never a kid that's just randomly wandered away and got genuinely lost. It's mainly having them engaged at all times. On the trip on Monday, we had a period of time, about 2 hours, where we had to entertain them ourselves. That was quite challenging. We didn't know what to do, and we were just wandering around looking at exhibits. But yeah, it's trying to keep them engaged at all points of the trip. That is the best way to keep the children from not misbehaving.
We intend on making the product to be as minimal as possible. This will reduce the chance that the child will misbehave, as it is a simple design that will lead to no distractions. Before leaving the site, an instructor will come around and remove the technology part of the product from the souvenir. The souvenir will be taken home by the child, and the technology will be taken by the site and reused for the next group of children coming to the site. When the child gets back home, he or she can log on to the activity site's website using the code that they were given at the start of the trip. This will allow them to see what awards they have unlocked during their stay and see what their friends have done also. This expands the experience of the trip beyond just what happens at the activity site.